So this is lesson 9.1, finding equations of circles. So the first thing that I want to introduce is the formula. Uh, this, right, the H and the K are just the coordinates of the center of the circle. So the first thing that we want to do is locate what is the center of the circle. So a good way to kind of do that is literally just follow, so pick the diameter of the circle. So just refreshing your memory, diameter is from one endpoint to the other point going through the center of the circle. So if I were to look at this circle right here, I would say that this is the center, and I can prove it by counting. So that's the center, what it looks like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I count this way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Uh, that is right. This way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. So this is the coordinate of the center. In this case, the center of the circle is 0, comma 2. So first thing we want to do is label what is a center. So 0, comma 2. The next thing we want to do is we want to find the radius of the circle. So the way that you do that in a basic sense is literally just counting from the center to the endpoint. This is a nice clean one because the endpoint is actually on a point. So we just kind of counted this a bunch of times. So this is already 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the radius of the circle is 6. Distance cannot be negative, so it's just positive 6. Next thing we're going to do is you're going to use these 2 points to plug it into this formula to find the equation of the circle. So let's just go ahead and do that. So the formula always starts with x minus. So x minus, you plug in the first coordinate. So this is your x coordinate, this is your y coordinate. So the first coordinate is 0. So I'm going to do x minus 0 squared. It's always going to be squared. You're going to close the parentheses before you put the squared. Then it's always a plus sign, so I'm going to put a plus sign next. I'm going to open up parentheses. It's always y minus the second coordinate, so y minus, in this case, it's 2. There's also a squared there, so I'm going to put the squared equals, and then whatever the radius is, which we just counted, is 6, so it's going to be 6 squared. I'm just going to go ahead and bring this down so I can like simplify this. Anything minus 0 is just itself, so it's going to be x squared plus y minus 2 squared. I can leave it like that. Y minus 2 squared is equal to, and 6 squared is equal to 36. So this is the answer that I'm going to be putting into Delta Math. Done. Second problem, finding the distance between the center and an endpoint. So the center is given to you. So in this case, it's negative 3 comma negative 3. So the endpoint is negative 3 comma negative 3. Not the endpoint, sorry, the center. And then the point that they give us is 0 comma 1. So I want to find this distance. And the way that I do that is by setting up a right triangle. So just watch. I'm going to go down until I get to where this point is, and then I'm going to go across. So I'm going to find this line's slope, the y2 minus y1. There's an easy way to do it just by counting. So this is 1 down, 2 down, 3 down, 4 down, right? And then over this way, it's 1, 2, 3. So I have a triangle, a right triangle here. So I'm going to use the Pythagorean theorem to figure out what this R is. So just a refresher of Pythagorean theorem. Here's our A. A is equal to 3. B is equal to 4. And then this is R in C. The Pythagorean theorem says you do A squared plus B squared is equal to C squared. So I'm going to go ahead and plug numbers in. So A is 3. So I do 3 squared plus B is 4. So I'm going to do 4 squared equals C, which is R. So R squared. And then I'm going to just evaluate this. So 3 squared is equal to 9. 4 squared is equal to 16 is equal to R squared. 9 plus 16 is 25. 25 equals R squared. To figure out what R is, I do the square root. So the square root of 25 is 5. So R is equal to 5 because 5 times 5 is 25. That's how you know. So I just figured out that the radius is equal to 5. And then the center of the circle is equal to negative 3, negative 3. Um, and then the last thing I want to do is plug it into the formula. So the formula, remember again, is x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. So you're just going to plug crap in. So let's go to the black one. So x, so this is my center, right? This is my x, this is my y. So I'm going to do x minus negative 3. Negative negative becomes a plus. So that's plus 3. Here's a shortcut. Just switch the sign. So the opposite of negative 3 is going to be positive 3. Put a square there. Then there's a plus. You're going to do the same thing here, right? We're going to just switch the sign. So y negative negative is going to become a positive. So that's going to be y plus 3 squared is equal to, and our radius is 5. So I'm going to do 5 squared. This cannot be simplified, the x plus 3, right? So I'm just going to leave that there. X plus 3 squared plus y plus 3 squared equals 25 is the answer for the equation of my circle. Done. Good job.